How many hours should you be revising every day? A decent guideline to follow is to treat school like a 9-to-5 job. So I had school from 9 till 3, but then I'd work after school for an extra 2 hours. So 2 hours, 5 times a week, that's 10 hours worth of revision per week. I'd also work for another 2 to 10 hours on the weekends, and really it depends on my deadlines, depends if how burnt out I'm feeling, and it just depends on my routine. In general, my school advised us to revise 4 hours per A-level. So I did 3 A-levels, 4 A12. I should be revising 12 hours per week. It really does depend on how hard the actual topics are and how hard it is to remember or to make notes from. Now with that in mind, how do you figure out how much revision you need for yourself? The best answer, you're not gonna like me for this, you gotta figure it out. Hear me out. You need to get it into your head that everyone has different levels of intelligence. Everyone wants different grades, hence everyone will not be as committed as you are, and everyone has different working styles. But what's more important is the quality of revision over the quantity of your revision. Quality meaning, are you actually learning? Are you actually making notes? Are you actually understanding the stuff? For some people that might take 5, 10, 20 or even more hours per week, but it really does depend on the individual. Now for some tips to figure out how much revision you need to do every week. Tip number 1, set goals every day and break them into manageable tasks. Don't say, I'm going to revise a whole chapter after school. No. That task is way too intimidating. Instead, break that goal down into manageable tasks. For example, tell yourself, oh, I'm just going to read the first sentence of the chapter. The point is, this is an effective way to get into the flow of studying and start that quality revision. Tip number 2, consistency over bursts of energy. It's better to revise 2 hours per day for 5 days rather than 10 hours in one day. Space out your revision throughout the week. Trust me, you will burn out less, and this will help you build a more sustainable routine, which I'll talk about in a bit. Yes, of course, if you're feeling more productive one day, then go ahead and do more work, but as long as you're putting in that effort, that's what's most important. Tip number 3, remember your motivations. Last week, I made a video talking about how I stayed motivated throughout the whole year. I recommend you watch this video if you're someone who's struggling with motivation, or if you think there's no point in school. If you know your motivations off by heart, trust me, the work would take care of itself. Tip number 4, don't burn yourself out. That's why it's important to pace yourself, and if you need longer breaks, just take the longer break and don't feel bad if you're behind work. Again, as long as you're consistently putting in the work week after week, that's what's most important. And my final tip, a most important tip, get into a routine. Like brushing your teeth, like tying your shoes, you don't do it because you feel like it. You do it because you just do it. Same goes for studying. Try your best to make studying a part of your routine. Some people make revision timetables, some people use time blocking, some people have to-do lists like me. There's plenty of techniques out there and you gotta find what works best for you. If you don't know what works best for you, then it's a matter of trial and error. Just try make a revision timetable, try time blocking, try making a to-do list and see what works best for you, and then just stick with it. But overall, treat school like a 9-to-5 job. Do 2 hours of revision every day during Monday to Friday, and to put in as much work as you need. Quality over quantity. That's the main point of this video. If you need more hours to understand and remember stuff, there is no shame in that. If you need fewer, then you're one of those lucky people. Just want to say I'm super proud of you for the amount of effort that you put in this semester. You know, you still got this. You still got this. Almost halfway through the year. Don't let that scare you. Don't let that scare you. But yeah. Oh, Christmas is just around the corner. We're gonna be spending time with our families, and you know what? Until then, keep up the hard work. I'm proud of you. You got this.